as we said, going forward now, there's going to be a bit more than just short shot, long shot. Okay, left-hand side, if we just saw that person just said, okay, what sort of shots he's hitting, looks fairly full to me. Ball position's maybe a little full, but it's a fairly full setup, both in terms of kind of width of stance, length of distance from the golf ball, as if you're going to play a full shot, okay? Whereas this one here now, that's not a small little sort of chip shot stance. You are slightly narrow with the feet, as you can see. You put that left foot back just a little bit, just opened up your body, just that smidgen, just to help make the swing of the club more towards target, okay? And by having a slightly smaller setup, you'll see your swing. So when you go back on this one, you're kind of going back there. When you go back on this one, slightly shorter. Okay, so you're creating less power. So from here now, you haven't got to try to worry about slowing the club down. When you swung back here with a bigger stance, fuller width, the arc of the swing now, although it hasn't gone back that much further visually, because the club's further, so the ball was further from you in a bigger stance, the actual arc of that circle is going to be bigger. So your power now being up here is creating effectively, I suppose, 80 to 90 to 100 yards when you wanted to go 70. As you then come back down, you've got to try and slow the swing down. By slowing the club down, the club's not creating the speed to kind of come around the circle. It just goes and just sort of feeds out to the right. It can lead to two shots. One, the block out to the right you said you generally get. Or hitting the ground behind the ball and the club then goes flip and you just flick hook it 20, 30 yards left. And then every now and then you kind of find a blend between those two, and two wrongs make a right, and the ball goes on the green, you're like, yay, and then they all girls are going, it's a great shot, and you're like, well, I don't know why I did differently, but it's a little bit of an error in judgment in some ways, okay? So if we can get ourselves slightly smaller setup, just more like a medium length shot, ball now you can see more towards the centre, okay? Then as we swing through, nice acceleration through, back at impact now, your hands now just in front of the golf ball, which is nice, okay? And then through to kind of a nice sort of finish there now. Again, lower half and the body working a lot more under control, a lot quieter compared to this one here now. That right foot's right the way twisted through, big full toe movement. So your body is set up big in terms of the width of stance and the shot you're going to try and hit. You've swung it full, but your brain's going, I want less speed. So you try to swing the club full length, but then slow it down. So the timing now of that club coming kind of around the circle is gone. Hence the reason why the club sort of leaks out to the right then. You just get that sort of a weak push off to the right. If we can set up kind of smaller and then swing back a bit shorter, now we can incorporate that same kind of speed. The club's going to swing around the body better, square the club face up, get a better shot. I mean, that club now when you finish the swing, again, just travels further. So your swing generally was further from the ball, bigger, and creating more power, and then you're trying to take off 20% of power. Well, good luck judging that. I mean, it's going to be very difficult to judge it. And instead, the same with the putting. If you try to judge it by how hard you hit it or how hard you just tap it, very difficult to measure a hit. If I said, okay, I'm going to have the same hit speed, but swing my arm here or swing my arm up here, I know that measuring of my arm going back further is going to create more power. That's you can have judging more distance, okay? And again, in terms of practice, what we'll see now, hit your shots, have a little break, sit on your phone, text or whatever, go on social media, just do whatever it may be, watch a YouTube clip or something or other, watch this video again, that kind of thing, and then go back, because your 5 shots there, the first one was a bit, second was all right, and the last two were really good. Having had now basically a 3.5, 4 minute chat and so on, we'll go back and we'll see how good your first shot will be, and then will it continue to be that same good quality going forward, okay? Because you need to practice the delay between shots. On a golf course, your average time between shots can be sort of 4 or 5 minutes, I guess, in some cases, because especially if you tee off as you do, hit it the furthest, you might tee off last, obviously. They say, we'll go first because then you can reach the guys in front. You'll tee off last, but then they're going to play, there's 3 other people in your group potentially playing another shot to get to your ball, sometimes 3 shots. It might be another 4 or 5 more golf shots to get to your golf ball. Even if you were playing on here with no walking, if you tee off 4th, you've got to wait for 3 more swings, 4 more swings, 5 more swings. Well, if you take, okay, somebody walking in here, having a practice swing and a couple of swishes and waggles to get set up, that's 30 seconds at least a person. Okay, so on here you can have a 2.5 minute gap between you teeing off and then playing your second shot. Yet when you're practicing by yourself, there's probably about a 20-second gap at most. The ball's back here, hit it again. Okay, so, and again, going forward, so your goal would be to try and get your dispersion or your average to the pin. We got down to about 12, 13 yards today. If we get into the single digits, that'll be phenomenal. Okay.